Hello, everybody. Good evening. I hope y'all are doing well. Hope everybody is having a good night or has had a good day. We're doing something a little bit different today, though I actually first need to turn that on, and then my lighting isn't even like good right now because this light decided not to turn on. So, could be better. Yo, Mr. Wah, what's up? Hope you're doing well. Thanks for the slide in. Carnage. Hope you're doing well. Hope y'all are doing amazing. All right, here's the dealiosis. Here's what's going on. I feel like my camera is like just a smidge too high. Hold on. Yeah, that'll work. All right, so here's the deal. Your copy says 1996, but it's English, so you're fine? Yeah, that's good. Getting high up in here. Mr. Watt, you goose. Such a silly man. All right, so here's the deal. Here's what's up. We're doing a sandbox today, but we're doing it a little differently. We are doing a sandbox relay as opposed to a solo sandbox run. So the way this is going to work, first off, I don't actually have any sunshine splits that are separated. So I'm going to hit start on my sandbox splits and then just skip everything up to sunshine. Number one. Number two. When you're doing a relay, and actually when you're doing a multi-Mario run in general, you can do the games in any order that you want. So here's the deal. Switch Runner is currently still at work. So I'm going to start Sunshine. Once I am done with Sunshine, Switch Runner should be home. Yeah, should be home from work. Appreciate the lurk. Thank you. Should be home from work, and we'll be able to start SMO by the time I'm finished. Queen, thank you very much for the follow. Hope you're having a wonderful night. So, that's what you do. I'd rather you play in an actual sandbox. Misleading title. No, it's not. No, it's not, you silly. I've done so many sandboxes on my channel. But also, maybe I could. Whoa, hold up. Excuse me. What the hecky? Excuse me? Yo, is that Gorgonim? Bro, is that Gorgonim, the Super Mario Odyssey world record holder extraordinaire? Bro. Gorgonim, thank you so much for the raid. I appreciate that. How was your stream today, dude? If y'all aren't following Gorgonim, no freaking problem, bruh. Thank you. Pretty mid? Ah, rip. Hope it wasn't awful, though. If y'all aren't already following Gorgonim, you absolutely should. Literally got world record in 2-player 90% just last week. Also has world record in many other various SMO categories. And overall, just really good gamer. Great kid. Big recommend. Played some good games at Big Run. Oh my god, I actually need to play Big Run. I keep forgetting. Oh, I don't know if I'm even going to get a chance to play Big Run. Isn't that like just this weekend? To wait for future events. Oh, it's already gone. Damn. Yeah, I've been way too busy this week and I completely forgot. Anyway, so it's like 5:34. By the time I finish Sunshine, Switch Runner should be home, and then he can start Super Mario Odyssey. That is the hope. That is the plan. We are 2 more subs away from our sub goal, where I will play Super Mario 64 and the PC port of Super Mario 64 at the same time. You only play like 3 games. Hey, I mean that's 3 more games than I played. I gotta be honest. But yeah, without further ado, let's get the sandbox relay on its way. Once again, go follow Gorgonim. He's amazing. He is awesome. 3, 2, 1, go. Skip, 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 skip. Sunshine. Might be getting an X4. Yo! Bro, everybody is like getting an N64s. Carnage just got an N64. I just got an N64. I'm waiting on multiple N64 games to come in the mail. Redo, thank you. You. You bean. That's so funny. What the heck? So many people just getting N64s. Hyde. Oh, bless their heart. Hyde offered to help you buy it for the content of them teaching me. Bless their heart. It's not as bad as you think, I promise. It's much better than playing on 3D All-Stars. 3D All-Stars Super Mario 64 is just actual garbage. It's just actual garbage.
I am most concerned with the well-being of the princess in this dreadful heat. Master Mario, if you would, cross over to that shore and find some assistance.
Oh, here we go. Actually, I have to pay attention. There you go. Dude, I was doing some art. I have over in a Spunky server, there's some people doing like a Secret Santa. So I've got my Secret Santa person, and so I've been like, you know what? I'm gonna do art. I'm gonna make some artwork because I never have time to do art, and like I can do art if I just sit down and do it. So like yesterday, we had a fun little art meet with a couple people IRL, and I started it, and then today I did some more work on it, and then I stopped for a bit, and I looked at the clock, and I'm like, oh my god, it's like 4:45. I have to like Sandbox soon. Could never freaking draw. I took art 1 in high school. And I had a really good time. I'm not gonna lie. It was a good class. The thing about the trick to drawing is practice. Taking art 1 next semester. Let's go! Yes! The thing about art, it's a lot of practice. It's a lot of practice and time. And like, do not ever be afraid to use references. References are incredibly huge and super helpful. Your art in school was trash? Heck. Apparently I hit Y. Yeah, art 1. Oh, I don't know. Actually, I had a lot of fun. Thing about me is like, I like art. I like photography. Like I have a bunch of photos. I occasionally share it in my sub chat in Discord. Not very often, but occasionally. I could have let him move forward a little bit. Had an art class in elementary and we had the worst teacher. Dude, that's awful. Oh, dude, my elementary school actually had like a really nice art teacher. You watch Bob Ross, but that's it. Bob Ross is a completely different art level, okay? Again, don't pay attention to the times. That's not how the times are going to work. We're just going to go with the entire time at the final end. This is just what happens when you don't actually have separate Super Mario Sunshine splits besides hoverless. What a cold... I know, right? I know, right? Yeah, these times aren't being saved. Unless I PB. And even then, I'm still not going to save the times. It's too much of a mess to do that. But yeah, oh my gosh. Bro, yes, Art 1. So excited for you. I very much enjoyed art class in high school. And then I did photography, and I had such a wonderful time in photography. Like, we actually got to go in the dark rooms, and like we got to do everything with like black and white photos. Gonna enjoy some Splat 3, 2, and 1 story modes. All right, hey. Good luck, man. Enjoy the heckin' splatting. And once again, thank you very much for the raid. I appreciate it. I appreciate you. Go follow Gorgon. Do it. Come on. Come on, what are you waiting for? Go do the thing.
The reason? It's quite obvious.
I wish this light would turn on. Like, I just have this, and it's just really freaking bright in my face because it's a ring light. But if I turn it off, like, it doesn't look that good. It just doesn't, you know? But with this light not turning on and the ring light on, it just doesn't look as good. It looks way better when that light is actually on.
Mario shall not be allowed to leave.
All right.
Court adjourned.
Oh, you know what? I actually do need to keep Discord open for people who are texting me.
This appears to be quite a predicament, Mario. Data analysis verifies that the island's inhabitants are indeed troubled by pollution, but the pollution itself is not the main problem. Mario, you witnessed this object at the airstrip, correct? It is a shine sprite. Shine sprites are the source of power on Isle Delfino. They used to gather in great numbers at the Shine Gate, but the graffiti incident has polluted the island and most of the Shine sprites have fled.
I don't know why I'm mashing the A and B buttons.
The peaceful lifestyle of the islanders. It is most pitiable. The only way to ensure the return of the Shine Sprites is to keep the island from becoming any dirtier. The perpetrator is likely at work even as we speak.
He's like,
and you, Mario, are
Mario's in prison for evading taxes. Can you break him out, or are you too much of a narc? Find out next stream on AnimeeArcade. Yo, Birdhouse Brian. How are you?
Go straight that way. You can't miss the mess now. Your first job's to get rid of
Birdhouse Brian. Yo, 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 yo. Hope you're doing well, my guy.
We'll know if
I just clicked out of Discord, even though I was like, I need Discord. I don't know why I just did that. I also somehow almost screwed up that text box, so that's funny. Ow. Get off the wall. Thanks, Mario. That's not quite what I wanted, but alright, that works for me. Oh, I did see it used earlier. Hello, brain. Sorry, my brain just like paused for a second there. I did see it earlier. For those of you who don't know, I am doing a giveaway over on Twitter. This is taking way too long. For a copy of Pokemon Scarlet. And a cool water bottle that's like exclusive. And it is an official product of Nintendo. It is an official Nintendo water bottle. Get in there. Yep. That took a little too long. I'm gonna be honest. That took a little bit too long. Nice. Come here, kid. Where are they? What? Oh, there he is. How'd he get over there? What? That's weird. Ah! I don't think I've had the chain chomplets on this cycle. What is this? What is this? This is weird, dude. This is super weird. Alright, get in there, buddy. That works. Sick. This is such a weird cycle, dude. Alright. Ow. Like, it's not... I wouldn't call it a cycle necessarily, but yeah, this is weird. I'm sorry. I just bonked on what? Yes! Haha! I knew it. Alright, cool. I figured that ground pound would be like just high enough, and I was indeed correct. Get in there. Yeah, heckin' goob. Pianta 2. Pianta 2. Pop, 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 pop. Pianta 2. I still need to think of funny names for my Sunshine splits because I haven't yet. I've already got names for my Super Mario splits. I've got names for my Odyssey split, or my 64 splits. I got names for my Odyssey splits. I don't have names for my Sunshine splits yet. Like, and I mean, it's not the worst thing because, like, it at least tells me where I need to go, you know? And that's kind of important. But, like, I like having funny and silly splits. It's a lot more fun to have silly splits. Oh, nice. Good jump. Good jump. It was actually kind of cool. This is a funny shine. Hello. Dang it, dude. Alright. Cool. I'll take it. But yeah, I just gotta make sure I keep an eye on stuff and things. Oh, okay. I almost fell off. That was actually a really bad idea. It was actually a really bad idea. Alright, this is fine. Let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go. Get off the hill. There we go. We just kind of do that. Here we go. And get a nice little fast speed boost up the tree there. It's really weird how it works. Don't ask me about how it works because I couldn't tell you how. I just know that it works and that's all I care about. Hello, game. Hello, game. Nope. Oh my god. Just like... Please, let me just get up there. Thank you. There's no need for that. There was no need for that! I lost time. Oh, awful. Okay. That was really dumb. My game is out of the frame. What is happening? Wait. Hang on. Did you guys... Wait, what was that? What? Did you guys see that? My health was like in the upper right corner of the screen for some reason. I don't think I've ever noticed that before. Is that normal? What was that all about? I have no idea. That was weird. Alright, good chain chomp pattern. I don't know, we'll see. Is this a speed run? I thought you just started. Oh no, yeah, no, this is a speed run, my guy. Yes, sir. This is a multiple speed run. I left for 5 minutes and suddenly you're on a whole different level. Okay, so here's the thing. Let me explain. When I play Sunshine and I do any %, I like going to Pianta first. Because it's really weird and because you can do that and I think it's funny. And also, it saves you a little bit of time because I also haven't learned like the trick jump that you need to get up here properly. So I'm just like, I'll go to Pianta first. And it's partially because it's funny, but partially because it works. And that's what matters, is that it works. But also, yes, this is a speedrun. Oh, nice ground pound. Alright, made time back. Let's go. Yeah. There's Shine Get. That's right. Shine Get. Okay, here's the thing. So I don't know how many of y'all know about my my bit alerts, but all my bit alerts are like based off of Odyssey and Super Mario 64. And I wanted to get a higher bits alert for like I think higher than 200. 200? I don't remember. What am I doing? Oh, this is the right. I got it. Hang on, this one. But anyway, I wanted to do a sunshine based one. They should have just let the get and localized version. Shine get is fun. It is fun to say. Oh, I died. I screwed up. I screwed up, y'all. I messed up. But yeah, I wanted to do a shine get bits alert as well because I think it would look amazing. But I just never got around to it, and then I just didn't have the money for it. But I really want it because even though I don't get to see them too often, Barkin just does such a good job with all the work that he does, and just it's so nice. I go as far as to use the phrasing correctly in other games. Oh heck yeah. Sword get, yeah, no, sword get. Item get is a fantastic phrase, like period. Regardless of like what the item is, it's just great overall. Yep, too high. Too early. Too early. We're gonna have a bad Pianta one, I guess. Bad Pianta 5. Big sad. Dang it. That's okay. Literally no idea what I'm seeing, but I'm having a great time. I am glad to hear that, because honestly, like, that's probably the most important thing, is that y'all are having a good time. I could be just going absolutely off my rocker, really upset at a run or something, but as long as you guys are having a good time, it's worth it to me. Yep, well, that's not quite what I wanted. Okay, let me try this again. Nope, bad angle. Bad angle. Oh, dude, no shot! No shot! I actually got the clip in, and I completely missed the loading zone. No shot. Wow. Wow. That's pretty lame, actually. It's kind of garbage. Actually, kind of garbage. I'm pretty sure we won't be saving much time on my run. The next successor to this game is Odyssey. Do you just mean in like terms of like 3D platforming? Because it's no. Because that's Super Mario Galaxy on the Wii. But if you mean in terms of sandbox stuff, I suppose, yeah, that's Odyssey. Since Galaxy isn't really sandboxy. Or do you just mean like in general? You don't like Galaxy 1 or 2? It plays more like obstacle course, the obstacles of 1 and 2? That's fair. Yeah. Because like I said, when you do a multi-Mario sandbox, it's just 64, Sunshine, and Odyssey. Please let me in! Ah, let me in! Ah, we're losing so much time again! Why? Okay. This isn't just default Mario games nowadays. I mean, to be fair, Mario did start out as, you know, the platforming. That's why in like 2006 or whatever year it was, 2004? God, I don't know. They made New Super Mario Bros. For the DS, and then that series took off again, which is honestly pretty cool. 'Cause I actually really like New Super Mario Bros. On the DS. That's one of my favorite Mario games. Because, like, the music is just good, and the gameplay is really good, too. Like, I love New Super Mario Bros. Overworld theme. Like, that is some top-tier Overworld theme music. God, get in the warp! Please! Please get in the warp. I don't have time for this. I am trying to speed run. Get in the warp. Yeah. All right. I gotta do some different strategizing, I think. Yep. Oh god. Oh god. Nope, we're fine. All right. Ah, dang it. That didn't do the spin jump that I wanted. There we go. The good thing is that there's a bunch, there's that one up that I can pick up every single time, but this is a little frustrating. Nope. Nope. Let me in. I'm just going too early. I'm letting my team down in a different game now. Gosh dang it. That's disappointing. That's disappointing. Like, I'm sure you can see it says 9 minutes on the splits, but, like, that's just embarrassing for an episode 5 in Pianta. For Pianta 5, 9 minutes that's just embarrassing. There we go. That's what I've been trying to do this whole time. However, that was not helpful. My knee-jerk reaction is just to, like, hover immediately, But, like, you can hover too early, which, as you can see, I am doing. Nope. No. No, come on. Thank you. Nope, too early again. Let's go. Way too early. Ugh. Yep. Nope. That was super late. Timing, am I right, fellas? Hey, it's only been 23 minutes. Do you think they'd be upset if I just, like, reset? I mean, we could always just, like... I'm technically the one who's starting. They're the only ones after me. They can't reset. I guess that would be unfair. I guess that would be unfair. I guess that would be unfair. Oh, no. That's definitely not something that you want to do. Alright, I'm gonna try again. Come on. Game, please. I know I can do this trick. I've done it tons of times. And it's just, being rude. So I keep going out of bounds. I keep going too early. I keep going too early every time. It's a little frustrating. Thank you. I don't know why that was so hard. Hello. Talk to this man. Oh, okay. Talk to this man. Talk to this man. Ow. I literally don't know why that happened. I mean, I do, but, like, that was embarrassing. Horrible place to spawn in. That was actually a really bad jump. Not gonna lie. This is really bad. He's already stopped. There's no point to bounce on him. But I'm gonna do it anyway. Oh well. Alright, well. Early time loss. It's just how it is. It's just how it is. I reset your stop timer. You alright, whatever. Mr. Chuckster. Alright. Well, we lost a lot of time. Sorry, teammates. I really need to practice that, apparently. Even though I feel like I shouldn't have to. I have to. Oh well. It's okay. It's a lot of time lost, though. Ugh. Not pretty. Oh, it's a relay. Your deadhouse not paying attention. Oh, that's okay, dude. Don't worry. Like I said, as long as you're having a good time, that's really all I care about. But yeah. Normally I do a solo sandbox, where I just play all 3 games myself. So do I send the memory card file to your teammates when you're done? No, so they're gonna, I'll just basically switch to their stream. Once I'm done with Sunshine, Switch Runner is gonna pick up Odyssey, and he'll start his speed run of Odyssey. And then once Switch Runner's done with Odyssey, Shicely is gonna do Super Mario 64 70 Star. Oh, I forgot to unspray this person. Whatever, it's fine. Yeah, I'm gonna do the whole game. Should take me about less than 2.5 hours. Oh, that's fair, dude. Yeah. If you've never seen like a sandbox before, that's totally understandable. Or a sandbox relay in general. Or no, yeah, just sandbox in general. Let me correct that statement. Boo. Okay, technically that actually might be a real gold, but I'll have to compare that to my hoverless splits. I'll just have to like write down my golds and edit them later, I think. I think that's what I'll need to do. You ended up playing Croc? Yes! Yes! How was it? Oh, bless you. I love Croc. I played it so much growing up. It was actually really fun to speedrun it. Got him. I only had to beat in the first world, but before walking away, but I definitely want to play more when I have less on my plate. Yes! Awesome! I'm so glad to hear that. It's surprisingly responsive for a PS1 platformer. See, I'm going to tell you right now, that's the first time you've said that, because everybody else who I mentioned Croc to, they're like, oh my gosh, it plays like a tank. And I'm like, huh? What are you talking about? Because I play it on computer. Or, because I've only ever played it on PC. So when people are like, oh yeah, it's like a tank on the PS1, I'm like, what does that even mean? Yeah, I know. What? Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I'm like, what are you guys talking about? Just slightly stiffer than noted? Yeah, dude, I don't know. I never had problems playing it as a kid on the keyboard, so yeah, walking backwards and turning around on the spot can be a bit awkward, just because like sometimes you turn around and like sometimes the camera turns and follows you and sometimes it doesn't, depending on where you are. But like, yeah. Dude, I love Croc. It's a great game. Oh my god, I hit a banana. I can't believe this. Talk to Shadow Mario, you nerd. They clearly never played Tomb Raider. Nice. Horrible control scheme for a platformer. Yeah, I feel like the original Tomb Raider was kind of oof. Yeah, great game, great series. That's a little unfortunate. Dude, I love Croc. Croc is great. Good game. Big recommend to anybody. Okay, so I understand how to do the fast strat now, but also, like, I probably should just keep doing it the way that I've been doing it with hoverless stuff. Oh, no! Are you kidding me, game? Bruh. Alright. That's stupid. Really? Okay, that's fair. Here's the thing. Tomb Raider was, like, definitely a thing for my cousin and, like, my family, kind of. Well, no, I guess more my cousin than my family, but, like, still. But, like, yeah, Tomb Raider was still, like, pretty big for us. Hello? Spider? Spider? Hello? 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 Alright, dude. You're going way out of the way, and that's not good. No, dude! Thank you! There we go. That works for me. I actually really like the rest of PS1 Tomb Raider. I really enjoyed the actual tomb raiding aspect of the first one, but the rest just added gunfights in urban territories and saved the tombs for the ends of the games. So it wasn't even like really tomb raiding. Okay. It just became like early Uncharted. Oh, that was cool. I clipped through the roof. Weird. That's kind of neat though, actually. That was pretty fancy. I don't know how that happened, but okay. That was kind of funny. Like, Tomb Raider 2, often said to be the best one, only starts in a tiniest tomb in the intro level. And then there's just no more tombs? Dang. It's garbage, actually. Well, that's where the game starts getting cool. Okay, okay, okay. You've already sunk like 12 hours into the game. Oh, so then at that point you're like, oh, well now it's fun, I guess. Okay, what are the odds of that? Bruh. Bruh. Okay. Alright, I think it's like right here. I can never remember, and I don't know why. And I feel like, nope, I'm off. Dang it. I'm always like partially off. Yeah, you just kind of fill him up with water. And then he just turns into goop. I lost way too much time on that water skeeter. That was dumb, dude. That was really dumb. A dude goes kart racing now and he straight up melts like a Mortal Kombat fatality. Yes, he do. He very much do. I think I do, from what it looks like, I think I do Piranha, or I go get Rico at Bianco 5. I can never remember. I only remember when I'm doing hoverless, I swear. Well, that didn't quite do what I wanted, but alright. Come on, game. Thank you. Bruh. 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 Thank you. Please, just get in. 1, 2, 3. Nice. I actually shouldn't have made that, but I'm not going to complain. Lost some seconds. Honestly, mostly just due to the start. Ugh, but that's fine. It's fine. I wish I actually knew where I was time-wise, but just the way that, because I'm running through my sandbox splits instead of, like, normal splits, I honestly don't know where I am time-wise. I really don't know where I am time-wise. Nice. Some good stuff. Nice. Oh, hey, this is red coins. Can somebody, like, stop me? Because I literally thought this was a different shine, and now I just feel really dumb. I don't think I've done that, like, at all. I don't think I've done a run where I just, like, went for the absolutely wrong shine. I think that's the first time I've ever done that. That's weird. Nice. All right, that's fine. We're gonna potentially do cool things. Oops. And by cool things, I just mean gold. Alright, so I think I actually do, in fact, do Rico on Bianco 4, just based off of that gold. Oops. Well, too late now. So don't save the Rico 4 gold, that's good to know. Ba ba da ba da ba 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 da ba 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 da ba 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 da ba Get over here, little man.
Mario.
Ba-da-da-da. One. I think I'm a little too far forward, if I'm being honest. Oh, I'm way too far forward. Oh, no, dude, yeah. Rip me. I tried. I screwed that up pretty bad, actually. Oh, well. I tried. But yeah, I think I was supposed to do Rico and Bianco 4. Oh, well. Oh, well. Dang it. There we go. That was basically the movement I was looking for earlier. With some tough movement to do. Ah. It's not doing what I want. Oh, I missed. Oops. There we go. I need so much water. Petey, where are you going? Ah, of course. Nope. Dude, these guys are just being big pains in my butt. This is frustrating. Ah, okay, that was my own fault. Alright, whatever. Yeah, that was my own fault. Yeah. You. Yeah, okay, alright. So splits are messed up. Yonko 4 is not a gold because that's not what I should have done. What? Ah, I was too close to his face. Alright, this is a really bad PD Piranha by far. Alright. That's too bad. Nope. Okay, just kidding. I was actually pretty close. Alright. Alright. PD Piranha. Yo, you think... Oh, Pretty Dank Piranha? Oh, true. True, I actually thought you were going to be like, oh man, what would he be the police of? But that actually makes way more sense. That makes way more sense. Da 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 da. Bop. Ba ba da ba da ba da ba. Bop. Ba. Ba da 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 da. Ba 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 da ba 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 ba. Ba da da da. Ah. ETA? Dude, I don't know. What's your ETA? I think that's actually more important than my ETA. What's your ETA? I'm at like 46 minutes, so my guess would be like hour and a half or less, give or take. It'll really depend, honestly. But yeah, how you doing, Switch? How was work? Or are you still at work? And if you are still at work, oof, big sad. I'm gonna take a shower. Hey, just got back from work. It was bad. Dang. All right, hey, bro, you enjoy that shower. You take a nice, warm shower, and like you're gonna feel amazing after that shower. It's gonna be fantastic. Hi, I literally hit the stupidest button that you could imagine that I would have hit right there. You won't believe it. I freaking hit the hover button instead of drop. I have no idea how I did that, and I feel really dumb for doing that. I feel really dumb. Nah, it's definitely new. I've literally been considering it for like weeks. And then, it was just sometime last week I was like, or the week before, I was like, alright, it's time. I think I'll actually do it. My angle's screwed up. Unless it actually wasn't. Yeah, no problem. I appreciate you over here, Switch. You are a pretty epic gamer and supporter, and I big appreciate. Ah, a little too. I'm not sure what just happened there. That was really weird. Nope. I picked min caps and hoverless gamer? Nah, I'm just insane. Ah, dude, come on. I'm getting like a little too much speed or something. BRB, good luck. Thank you. Appreciate the good luck. I missed. I'm big sad about that one. Oh, no, dude. I almost had it. Now I have to get another coconut! I almost had it! Ah! Coconut, no! This coconut betrayed me. Actually, nah, it's my own fault. What? Hello, game. Thanks. Thanks. Yeah, that's what I thought. That's what I thought. I'm like, I know my angle changed. I know it did. I did that so late. That was such a late hover. Damn. Please! What? The hover didn't even come out. That was so weird. Alright. Please. What? Bogus. Baloney. All the baloney sauce. I literally could have been done like 3 minutes ago. Where is my coconut? Where did my coconut go? No, dude. Oh, bruh. I wish I could reset. This sucks. Not a good start. What? That was weird. No? What? How did I have too much speed there? Bruh, this trick is so weird. I'm already losing time. No. No! Just let me in. Let me in. Oh, dude. I just needed to push, hover. It's like a little... Oh my god, no. No, this is awful. Why does this trick have to be like this? Why is it whenever I get into a relay race, I just do so poorly? To be fair, I have done exactly 2 relay races, and my SM64 was awful, and I was not happy with it, and because right after that, I actually PB'd even. Like I did an offline run, and I got a new PB, and I was just like, gosh, why couldn't I have done this in the race? I felt like I left my teammates down, and also my angle was messed up. Oh, God. Nope, we're fine. Okay. Alright, angle's still good. It's important. I thought I lost the angle there for a second, so I was going to be really concerned. I literally don't know what just happened. What was that? It ate my coconut. Hey, Switch, is it too... Oh, he's taking a shower. Oh, no. This is Actual garbage. Actual trash. Bruh. I can't believe myself. Alright. Hello, spin jump, can you register? Thanks. Because that's exactly what I wanted. Thank you. Dude. God, that took too long. Alright, whatever. That took way too long, dude. I'm not happy about that one at all. Alright, well, maybe I can save time in later stages and then it won't matter, but... It's like 5 minutes of time lost just there. I was almost mashing A. Straight up. Straight up, I was almost just mashing A. Mash enemy? No, because then that would have put me on the wrong shine. That would have put me on shine 8, and I have to be on shine 7. This game is funny like that. Shadow Mario, if you could just die, please, that'd be great. Thank you. You believe in me? Thank you, Barrett. Thank you, Brian. I appreciate that. Yeah, I'm sure I've got some time saved later in the run, but I don't know. Definitely not my favorite thing to see. Definitely not my favorite thing to see, that's for sure. Alright, Pinna Park time. Not quite what I wanted, but alright. Okay, game. There's actually a way to skip this cutscene, but most of the tutorials that I've seen on it are just like actually bad. To be fair, I've only seen like I think 2 tutorials about it, 2 or 3, but they were both just honestly really bad.
That is Peanut Island. The villain's secret hideout must be there.
All right, here's some fun sequence breaking. Pinna Park's actually really fun when it's not being stupid. And by being stupid, I just mean me. When I'm being stupid, when I'm not being stupid, Pinna Park's pretty cool. No! I missed the pause button. Dang it! Well, we're losing time. I can't believe I missed the pause button. I thought I was like a second or half a second too late. Probably a whole second if I'm being honest. Oh well, at least we get to see the cool GameCube water. Honestly, GameCube era water. That's some quality video game water right there. Oh well.
Did the perpetrator get away?
We'll just have to go fast on the rockets, I guess. Like I said, it's always in a relay. It's always in a relay that I seem to goof up. The Wind Waker's take on water, right? Honestly, that's some good water. I agree. I agree. That's a fun little style. Wind Waker is very charming. Oh, such a long cutscene that I missed. Literally just about drawing the waves flatly on there, yeah. Was that cutscene not pre-rendered? I have no idea, I'm gonna be honest. Yo, I got a hit! Ayo! No way! Okay! No shot! No shot! Oh my god! No shot! No shot! That is literally the fastest. Can somebody clip that? Oh my god! Can somebody please clip that entire sequence? Oh my god! I don't even care that I'm losing time to falling off this freaking thing. There's no shot! Holy crap! I freaking golded that, and I missed a cutscene skip. Thank you, Brian. I appreciate it. Ah, dang it. We missed a cycle. Or not, I guess. Aw, man. That's okay. That's not on you. Clipping's weird sometimes. Yeah. Especially on mobile. Twitch mobile is always heckin' hecky when it comes to clipping. Oh my god, how did I not die? Alright. I'm just in utter disbelief. That is the first time I've gotten... Not only is that the first time that I've gotten 4 out of 4 rockets. I one-cycled the Bowser mech. That is not only the first time that I have one-cycled the Bowser mech. That is the first time I have ever dove into the shine. But it's missing the beginning of the battle. Edit the clip. You should be able to edit the clip and like make it 60 seconds or whatever. It's only catching the last 2 shots. That's fine, honestly. That works for me. If not, I can always come back later and clip it myself. Oh, nope, we're fine. I did it. Oh! Let's go. Okay. I feel like I'm missing a red coin. I am. It's this one. Okay, I was wondering how that was gonna go. That's fine. Game, hello. Thanks. Game, you okay? Come on, game. Thank you. Oh my god, Mario. I swear to god. Oh my god, Mario, please. Mario, please grab the net. Oh my god. That was really dumb. Ah! I hate when that happens. Oh, what a backup! Oh my god! This is the best I could do. It's not very good, but it'll be a good reminder to go back and catch the full clip. Yes. Bro, thank you so much. I big appreciate that. I think that actually, like, if I had done that properly, I feel like that's the fastest I've ever gotten the red coins. Apparently it's not, but, like, that honestly felt so quick. Oh my gosh. I'm gonna just, like, boot that up in a separate tab right now. We'll take a look at it later. Yeah, I just, like, I can't believe. Oh my gosh, that was so incredible. I've never done that. I've never done it in a run. I've never done it during practice, which, to be fair, I, like, barely practice. So, I guess that's not fair to say. But still, I think it applies. Well, I did wake all of them up, but this guy went back to sleep. Dang it. Only one? Please don't go back to sleep, sir. Can you not hit me, dude? What is happening? I'm missing the ground pounds and taking so much damage. Yeah. Yeah, I saw that coming. Alright, we're losing more time. I don't think I've ever died on that shine in a run before, so this is an interesting day of firsts, I guess. Interesting. Yo, thank you for the save get, Prish. That was actually a really cool clip. I think that was a pretty cool save. He's gonna pop out of the sand. I'm gonna take like one piece of damage, I think. Nope. Didn't even take any damage, actually. Alright, come on. I think I'm just like not doing this properly. I'll need to like rewatch how the faster people do this. So I feel like I can never do it the really quick way. And that's probably just like a timing issue on my end. And it probably is. Nice. All right. Let's go. EYG time. Don't spam A. Don't spam A. Don't spam A. I'm saying don't. A. Don't spam A. Don't do it. I got my hand here. I'm not spamming A. I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it. All right, cool. He wants pineapple, which is somewhere around here. There it is. Thank you. There's that. Nice, good. Okay, good. Come here. Good, good. Oh my god, nope. I got both of them. I goofed. Alright, here we go. Here we go. This is good. I'll get 1, 2. That's too high. Oh, wait. Never mind. Somehow it's not too high. No way. Oh, no, dude. Oh, no, dude. No, not the pineapple. The pineapple, I just need to, get the Yoshi. Because he wanted a pineapple. Oh my god. Oh, God. Back in Delfino. Yes. Okay, yeah. Yeah, you can do a lot of different skips with fruit. There's lots of different areas that you can get into with fruit that you shouldn't be able to get into normally. It's not necessarily just pineapple. Oh, well, maybe it is. I don't remember how many of the clips are, like, fruit specific. Don't mash. But, like, I know, like, you do need a banana for, the banana split. In Mysterious Delfino Mysterious Hotel. I forgot the name of that shine, I'm gonna be honest. Hello, Durian, where are you? There it is. Thank you. Thank you. Good. Alright, I keep just, like, screwing up the spin jump. Well, alright then. Thanks. Yoshi didn't make it through quick enough. I love when they notice me, but then they don't notice me, because that doesn't help me in any way. Got it. That was really sketchy, and we're not going to talk about that. Oh, wait, I didn't get it, guys. I didn't get it. Yep. I was really close to the edge, but I didn't get it. Damn it. Damn it. All right, I need it to be a little more to the left. It's not that hard to line it up, but I am apparently forgetting where to line up. Because I was too far to the right that time. Or no, right. Yeah, it just depends on how you're looking at what we're looking at. And in this case, it's the right. So, oops. Oh, well, it's fine. It's fine. Oops. There you go. No! Wait, come back. Oh my god. Okay, that was a bad decision on my end, but also I thought... Crap. I actually screwed that up. Why'd I do that? What am I doing? Why'd I do that? Why am I wasting... why am I ruining that cool Bowser fight? Man, I'm sorry, guys. I'm just goofing this up. Man, I swear, every relay. Though to be fair, I guess this is only my second relay, so I don't know if I can say every relay, but it does still feel bad. Hello, banana. Where are you? There it is. Thank you. Yeah. I really dislike the fact that the crouch button is also the adjust camera button. It's really not a good choice for when I'm trying to do tricks and shiz. Well, specifically this trick, to be more precise. Okay, I was so worried that he had gone out of bounds and died that I was just like, I don't... Oh my god, this is really bad. Hold on. Okay, alright, this is fine. How'd I miss? No! No! Oh my god, how is he still alive? Oh my god, no, please! I just want him to not get squished. Okay. I just want him to not get squished. God, freaking! It's too late to... Oh my god, we've lost so much time. Why, dude? Bruh, I just want to beat my last relay. Doesn't even matter that I'm playing a different game. That's actually what makes this worse right now. Because I feel like I'm doing worse than my last relay, and this isn't even the same game. Ah! That was a coin. That was not a durian. Where is the durian go? Also, I love this whole troop that's just following me now. It's amazing. The durian is just gone, apparently. There it is. Thank you. I do like how many of these people I have with me right now, because that means that, like... I don't remember where the other durian is. Wait, no, it's over here. Somewhere. Oh, no. There it is. Okay. Alright, we're fine. We're fine. Yoshi, come here. Why? Now I know I've only uncovered one of the papayas. There it is. Alright, we're good. Cool. Bruh! I was literally talking on stream, on Cool Cat Gang's channel, about how annoying it is to accidentally side flip in this game, and how easy it is to accidentally side flip in this game. And that is just a prime example of what I'm talking about. Nice. Okay, this took way too damn long. This took way too long. We have lost another 5 minutes. And also for anybody who's saying, why are you doing this? You shouldn't do this. I mean, I literally, like, I basically need to do it for hoverless, so I'm gonna do it. Oh, that was so close. All right. Okay, that was actually really close and would have been hella cool. I'll try that again, though. I'm using Sandbox splits. I don't have any normal splits. Oh my god, no, no! My fast movement! Why? Ah! Alright, I better slow down. Ah! There we go. Finish 6. I just screwed up so bad, Switch. That's all I gotta say. I messed up. Oh, also GBS. GBS was really bad. I think I lost 5 minutes on GBS too. I guess hoverless has just made me really bad at GBS. I don't know. Maybe. Maybe. Oh, dude, switch though. Switch. Coolest thing happened. Coolest thing happened, though. Greatest thing happened. So, Bowser fight. Pinna Park. Or Bowser Mech. I don't know. Bowser Mech. So, I missed the first cutscene, alright? I missed the first cutscene. Skip. So, I have to do that. One cycle. One cycle on the Mecha Bowser. And I dove into the shine. I did 2 dives, and the second dive hit the shine. It was absolutely insane. And I golded the split. Even though I missed the cutscene, I still golded the split. Top level SMS player? Definitely not. Also, this is a gold. Absolutely. That's a real fast Pinna Park right there. But yeah, that was... Oh my gosh, dude. I was so freaking hyped. Brian tried to clip it for me, but Twitch was being a heckin' gosh darn goof. So I'm gonna go back and, like, clip it as well, because, man, that was incredible. Oh, it felt so good, dude. It felt so good. I like practically, I think I dropped my controller. Not intentionally, but it did happen. I keep forgetting that the strat here is to actually just do this and triple and do a spin jump off the crate. Oh, nice. Epic. By the way, if you want to save him a few more seconds, I should switch to Italian. I know. I know. I probably should at some point. I mean, I'm already playing Super Mario Odyssey in a different language. Ah, that didn't work. That didn't work. That's okay. I screwed that up. Oh well. That's fine. That's fine. But yeah, dude, oh my god. Like, it was... Oh. Ah. And then I also actually got a really good backup. I got zapped. I got zapped through the fence, the fence on red coins again. But I managed to back it up and climb on a boat. And just get right back up. So that was pretty cool. Don't worry, the cutscenes are still told to you in English. Yeah, that sounds about right. That sounds about right. Da-da-da-da-da-da. 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 Beetle bottle boodle. Beetle bop bop beep bop beep bop. Blooper surfing safari. Blah blah blooper surfing safari. Oh, that was a mistake. Ah, I missed the buffered spin jump. Dang it. All right, I'm losing time. Let's go. Hey, hover, that's not allowed? I mean, hold on, Trout. It's allowed this time. It's allowed this time. We're not quite doing hoverless this go around. Oh my gosh, I almost goofed that up really hard. Well, that was bad. I don't know how. That was some really bad dialogue boxes. Not gonna lie, that was some real bad dialogue boxes. And I actually almost hit the wall. That's fair, Trout. That's fair. Also, hey man, I hope you're doing well. Oh, I tried to hit the jump button that time. Hovering in my Super Mario Sunshine hoverful any percent speedrun? Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I know. I feel it. Look, I'm not even gonna lie. I was almost like, man, do I do that? Do I do that triple jump? Do I do that triple jump to get on top of the mushroom? And honestly, I think it would have saved me time because I goofed up anyway and it took me way too long to get up there. Oh my god, that's right. The last Sandbox Arcade Shine Sprite took me so much time. It was embarrassing. It was embarrassing. Ah, Mario, once again. I've really got to figure out the exact times that the buffers buffer. Like, I've really got to figure that out. No, dude. Oh. Bruh. I swear, if I'm not too low, I'm always just not high enough. If I'm not too low, I'm too high. I don't know, dude. This shine is so rude to me sometimes when I don't use the rocket nozzle. Yeah, right. Dude. Oh, not again, man. Switch, is there something about relays that just cause me to perform bad every time or something? Because I swear. Dude, just let me ground pound. Don't change the stupid camera! I swear it's in relays. And again, this is like only my second relay, but you know. Ugh. Ugh. Thank you. We saved time. Garbage. Switch, do you want me to pull you into the VC, or do you want to wait till the end of the game for me to do that? Okay, alright. Do I do Fast Rico? I think I should do Fast Rico 4, but also I probably should not do Fast Rico 4. How far in are we? 132.05, Rico 4, over halfway. Alright, game? Sure. I still don't like that I can't, like, grab onto the sides of those things. Jorda, hello! Jorda, how was your lemon stream? Or, wait, were you? No, you finished your lemons. What were you streaming today? Oh, fast strat? Yeah. No, we're doing it. Oh my god, I ruined it because it didn't... It didn't spin jump. It didn't spin jump. The nerve. Bruh. I can't believe. Last time I saw Rico 4, you died like 10 times. Okay, if it was hoverless. Yeah, it was hoverless. Or no. It was Sandbox. You did Blue Sphere today? Yeah! Awesome. How'd your Blue Sphere go, Jorda? How was your Blue Spherin'? Blue Sphering adventures. Y'all should... Oh my god. No. I hate you. I don't hate you. If you guys don't already, you should totally follow Jorda. Jorda does cross-stitching streams. And also does a bunch of Blue Sphere and sometimes Mortal Kombat, like the classic Mortal Kombats. Big recommend. She is a sweetheart. Oh my god, he didn't jump. I need to stop. Alright then. You love Rico 4? I mean, I like Rico 4 when I can do it fast. Like, I don't hate Rico 4. Working on upgrading things to get out of the Retroverse. But the Retroverse is fun. I like the Retroverse. Technically, I'm in the Retroverse. We're all in the Retroverse right now. Because the GameCube and this game specifically is pretty old now. Oh my god. But your computer's on the struggle bus? Oh no, I see, okay. Oh, I can grab the ledges. Okay, then I've just never been... I've just never been high enough to grab the ledges. All right. What happened in my PB to make this take 7 minutes? That's what I want to know. Oh, that's probably what happened. That's probably what happened. Dude, freaking jump! Oh my god! Bruh, when the A button does an A button, it's just the worst. Like, I literally don't understand how it just does an A button sometimes. Give me that one up. Well, the only way we're gonna save time is to play safe, and I swear to God, game. I swear to heckin' gosh and heck. If you don't... Is this in the Mario movie? That's a good question, honestly. But probably not. Okay, that was my own fault. I take full responsibility for that one. Alright. Okay, now we lost some time and the cycles are off. They are not good anymore. Great. Unless... Nope. 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 Not great at all. You committed that jump to the platform. The problem is I am like pushing A and B, and I am alternating, and at that moment I screwed it up. So it wasn't, I was just basically on my way out the door. Dude! Oh my god! Why? Side flip! Why do relay races destroy me? I literally want to have a good relay race for my teammates. Like, it's not even for me. That's why I'm getting so upset, is because this is for my teammates. This isn't for me. I mean, it is. It's for me. But also... Freaking gosh. But also, like... Ah! Alright. I'm just disappointed in myself. Oh my god. I don't want to do simple, boring, safe strats that everybody can do. Alright, game, thanks. You are actually being an ass, but okay. You're doing fine. SMS is hard, but I could do better! I could do better! And I know I can do better, and that's what frustrates me the most. Is that I know for a fact I can do better. Just treat it like level 58. Bless you, Jordan. Don't worry. I'll be fine. I just, like... Alright, that's fine. Slopes are funny in this game. Have I ever mentioned that before? I'm sure I have. Slopes are very funny in Mario games. They're always a good chuckle. That's how you felt last Sandbox when you got a 210? Oh, man. Also, dude, I don't know, like, there's some kind of curse or something on you, Switch. 'Cause, like, I'm honestly just, like, so upset for you that you haven't been able to finish a Sandbox. Because I'm like, bro, he likes doing Sandbox. I like doing Sandbox with him. Why can't he complete one? Who has cursed Switch Runner? That's my opinion. That's literally not what I want, but I'm alive. Alright, guess who lost more time? Again. Me. Alright, whatever. I'd also like to know, that's what I'm saying, like, this is garbage. Like, bro, Switch is gonna get that, like, 430 Sandbox, and it's gonna be amazing. And I don't know who keeps putting the hex on. Was that 5-minute loss? No, that was 2-minute loss. Only lost 2 minutes because my PB was actually 7 minutes for some reason. And again, this is not like my actual PB time. This is Sandbox time. But to be fair, it's like a minute off my PB time, so it might as well be PB time. You know what I mean? I could probably have let go of that, like, slightly sooner. But I can never tell, so. Oops, I grabbed that super late, actually. I actually grabbed that snoot super late. That's okay. It's fine. When his eyes are red, let go. His eyes were already red, that's the problem. His eyes had X's the whole time. What I do, most of the time, is I wait for him to make a sound. 1 second off of gold, so I'll take it. I'm down for that. Because that wasn't even that good of a Rico 5. I stuttered at the beginning. Do you mean red or purple? Are they red or are they purple? I think they're purple, but now it's too late to check. Because we'll never see him again. Ba, 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 ba. Oh my god. Shh. All right. Now that we're out of that headache, we're back into the real gaming world, you know? Some real obvious color change. All right. Well, I've already forgotten because I'm going too fast. We'll see him in Noki too. Oh, we won't. But I like the way you think. I missed the coin. Ah! I'm a little irritated about that too. Give! Oh my god. No way, dude. Wow. Just, wow. I have 0 words for that. I have 0 words for that, dude. Oh, I'm sorry. You were trying to be silly. I apologize, Switch. That's like in a... that's like a Galaxy 2 joke where we're like, oh, look, we're done. We beat Bowser. Sure would be a shame if something happened. Sure would be unfortunate if something happened to this grand star. I landed on the purple one. I knew it as soon as I jumped. I was like, yeah, we're on it, boys. 20 seconds of time lost. Nice, nice. So where are we at here? We are currently 26 shines in. We're about halfway, but I did lose a lot of time on multiple splits, unfortunately. That is true. Carnage is at his house. But other than that, we're fine. We've got like 2 more full stages to complete. We've got 2 more full stages to complete. So. Oh, I missed. Okay. Nice. All right. So, fun fact, the trick to get the fast Shadow Mario here is you just have to be really close to him. You have to be really close up on his butt. I split too early. I split 1 second too early. Great. It's too late. But yeah, you just have to stay right up on Shadow Mario's butt and not take any damage as he starts running up the hill. And that's it. Gonna lurk? Epic! Appreciate the lurks, actually. No gold? Nah. Well, no, it was a gold by about a second. I pushed it too early. Again, most of these golds I'm not even going to keep because, again, these are Sandbox splits and not, like, actual any % splits. So, like, I'm not keeping really any of these unless I remember to go back. Could you just... Thank you, Mario. That's all I'm asking for. I hit a second too early. Well, the thing is even if I didn't hit it a second too early, like, the gold on these splits is a 109, which means it would have been a 108, which is still a gold, so... That's why. That's... Alright, I wanted a spin jump and not a backflip, but this game is not reading my spin things, apparently. Do that. Also, apparently, it's a lot easier to do that than I thought it was for some reason, so that's cool. Yeah, cool. What Discord are we using? We're just using my Discord. I will pull you into this channel, like, once we get to Corona Mountain or something. Unless you want to come in sooner. Like, I literally could just pull you in right now. God, I hate... Guys, I really don't like it when Mario decides that he's gonna side flip without telling me. Because, like, this game is all about communication. I know they don't tell you that, but, like, for reals, it's all about communication between you and Mario. And when he does that, it's just so annoying. Do I have the file for the pupper wagging his tail on your overlay? I do. I do. It is a GIF. It is a GIF file, indeed. Huh! Patience. I gotta play patience role. Ha! Except for now. Now I don't. Ha! Got it. All right. I said GIF wrong. It's not like it's a bar of peanut. It's not like it's a. It's not like it's a thing of peanut butter. At some point, for a non-disclosed reason, can I send it to you through Discord? I'm assuming. Yeah, sure. I'm down. Remind me after we raid Switch Runner. Give me the fast Bianco. Give me the fast Shadow. Fast Mario. Fast Mario. Fast Mario. Fast Mario. I want it. I want it so bad. Nope, not getting it. It's honestly just really hard to get this fast Mario. This is probably one of the harder Fast Marios because of the freaking hills on Bianca. No, no, don't worry, Jorda. I got you. Don't worry. Anyway, gold. What? Not a gold, sorry. Nah, I can't come in right now. Got some homework. It's technique to do it at midnight, but he's a cool teacher who understands people have jobs, lives, and plans. All right, I believe in you. But once Corona Mountain happens, I will be pulling you in. Or like during the Corona Mountain cutscene. Hello, wet dog. Hi, Amy. You are a very wet pupper dog. Please do not ruin my really cheap green screen. It's a bunch of construction paper, by the way. Hey, can I like pay attention for a second? That dog really distracted me, apparently. Oops. I forgot to look at my splits. Oh, I just thought of a great name for Serena 1. Egg. Because, you know, you get the Yoshi egg. Ah, of course. Let me know when you beat King Boo. I'll start setting up. All right, yeah, sure. Thank Egg. Very true, Carnage. Ah, nope. All right, I was worried that was going to happen, and it definitely happened. Hey, dude. Could you just, like, get in there? Thanks. I don't have my other controller hooked up to the Switch. Let me see if I can get it hooked up really quick. The answer to that is no. That's fine. That's fine. Gosh, if they could just stop getting me zapped, that would be fabulous. Where's that last big boy? Where is he? There he is. They're all so far away from me. I got hit by it even though I took him out at the same time. Nice. Boo, losing time, of course. I gotta go get the door. I was probably talking too quietly about the door, but that's okay. It's fine. Oh. Oh my god, dude, a sign in my way. Can't believe it. Definitely not the best Manta, but that's fine. Could have been worse. Nice. Ra-pa-pa-pa-pa. Ra-pa-pa-pa. Ow. Every other time that I actually want to do that slide properly, I end up sliding into the corner, which is a little unfortunate. That's fine. I can use the hover nozzle. I forgot. What? What happened there? That was really weird. I'm annoyed that I missed the wall kicks there, but that's okay. It happens. There we go. I'm gonna wait. There we go. That was a little sketchy, but sure. That was actually also slightly sketchy. There we go. Nice. And now one of the worst sections of this area ever, period, known to mankind. Having to ride this freaking slow thing. Hello, camera! I literally have never died to that spot because of the camera. I am shocked. I did not want to do that. I'm shocked and appalled that I died to the camera. You said about to say, I bet you fall off the wheel. I'll do you one better. I just fell off a stupid block. Starting to think you're throwing for content, Carnage. I swear I am not throwing for content. Especially not when I've got my teammates depending on me to get a good time. Which might not happen, because... I am so sorry, fellas. Just not playing as good as I could be. Which, to be fair, I guess I'm never doing that in a run. But, like, semantics. Which, that's probably not the right word, but whatever. Camera, I swear to God. You're doing great. Thanks, Jorda. We saved some time. Somehow. I think I'm just not going to save any of these golds because I messed up these splits anyways. I'll get the golds later another time, and it'll be exciting. Sub 2, Serena 2 is not bad for someone who has a 216. I guess. I don't actually know the times and things for this game. I just kind of play it. You know what I mean? There we go. That's what I wanted the whole time. Banana split? Banana split. Bruh. Give me that. Huh! Give me that banana. Ugh! Bruh! Give me that banana. Thank you. That was really bad. Let me just... There we go. Okay, 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 we're fine. I wasn't sure that I was gonna make it. Nope. There we go. Bam, first try. Gold by milliseconds. Gold by some milliseconds, I'll take it. Oh, imagine that I get to a point sometime where I, like, don't hit save and continue. It's like a free couple of seconds. Oh, there you go. All right, it's King Boo time. I think? No, it's not. Wait. Just kidding. Ignore me. Hold on. It's not. See, okay. Alright, alright. There's like one more shine. Oh my god. That was awkward. When you get to the point where you don't game over, yeah, exactly. Right now, I still game over occasionally, so... Unfortunately. Oh, wow. I actually did that. Okay, that was cool. Dude, I wish I knew how to get to that cube faster, because it looks hella dope when you do it. Oh! Alright. Okay. I'm sorry. I was feeling really, really ambitious. I was feeling really ambitious. What things? No. Those are actually all washed. Those are clean. Because I haven't moved them yet. Yep. Their vests for work, they get dirty every day at work. I just figured I would wash them and get them nice and clean for once. You know? Yep. There we go. Nice. Okay. I'm okay with that. I'm okay with that. I didn't die a million times. I just died once because I was like, wait, is this what they do for the fast strats? Probably, but I'm sure they get there way faster than I do. I shouldn't do that. I really shouldn't do that. I need to do some research. And even the top runner still game over. SB got a game over 30 minutes into a 120 GDQ run. Oh, that's wild. Interesting. So about those vests. Oh, they're just like... I have to wear, you know, bright, like, neon yellow visibility vests for work. So that way, like, you know, people who drive the powered industrial trucks can see you and such. And you can get, like, a new one for free if you want, like, I think every couple of days. And I'm just like, but why, though? So I just have a bunch of vests because sometimes I would forget to, I would, like, forget. I'd leave a vest at home or I'd leave a vest in the car. And it's like, well, I just clocked in. I can't go back out to my car to grab a vest. So then I would just grab a new vest. Oh, that sucks. I knew I shot him too early. Ow. Bruh. Give me that pepper. Give me that papaya. Smack him in the face. I mean, this one's supposed to be a missed phase anyways, but that was awkward. Touch ground, spawn out. I've had a lot more difficulty with skipping a phase and having fruit come out when I let the... Wow, what the heck is this? When I let the enemies touch the ground first before I skip them. Epic. Alright, I only goofed on one cycle, which is really weird, so it's fine. Nice. Okay. Hey, fruit. Fruit, listen. Listen, fruit. Hey. Oh, I wanted to jump and ground pound. How do you goof on RNG? Look, I literally don't know. But that's what happened. Instead of getting fruit for the first phase, I got enemies. That's how I goofed. But yeah, get ready to load up. And then come Corona Mountain, hop into General VC. Or actually, no, you should be fine to just like stay in General VC. I don't think I'll need to like pull you into the live channel. But if you would like me to pull you into the live channel, just in case, we can do that too. That's not quite what I meant to do, but alright, I'm cool with that. Bruh, thank you. Oh, God. I ran out of water super early. I don't think I've ever ran out of water that early. What a match. What an episode of Sunshine this is today. Boy, howdy. There we go. All right, cool. Neat. Oh my God, of course. Of course I can't have a gold. Thanks, game. Thanks, game. I can't have a nice gold. Man. Love how the Piantas are described to have thick souls to protect them from the electricity, but then if you clean it up, they sure do. We're just fat, you know? They just like it because you're faster at it, and then if you don't clean it fast enough, Mario just has a heart attack for some reason. It's never really explained why he game overs because he runs out of time. I think it's just because he's like so stressed out by that timer and by what they want him to do. He just has a whole-blown heart attack and loses a life. It's not racism, Carnage. No! I bumped into him. Why does Shadow Mario have these hitboxes? Count as a racist? I don't think so. Could have had a fast time there, but I goofed. Alright, guys. One place left, and then Corona Mountain. Yeah, there's no PB. I don't. No, there's no PB. Gross. I'm so sorry, guys. Boo. Not even a good race time. Sadness. Actually, that's not true. This is a fine race time. That's actually a lie. This race time is fine. It could have been better is all I'm saying. Oh, I forgot I need to triple jump there. Or spin jump there. Don't be down on yourself. That's fair, Switch. I mean, like, here's the thing. I'm still having fun. Like, I don't know if there's anybody here who needs to hear me say that, but I am very much still having fun with this. I'm having a great time. Where am I going? Hello. That's not gonna work. I goofed that up. Like, I really enjoy running Sunshine. I'm actually really glad I picked it up. When at first I was like, oh my gosh, this game! The movement in this game, oh man, it's like so hard. It's so different. But like, really, once you learn the movement, it's a lot of fun. Oh, that was cool, actually. Nice. Hello, hello, pick him up. Thank you. Thank you. All right, great. Apparently I don't remember. Oh, apparently I don't remember how to do. Oh, it's because a triple jump is large. It's because a triple jump is higher than a spin jump. Kind of glad you picked the pessimist too. We met through Sandbox, and yes, indeed, we did. Here's the funny thing. Here's the funny thing. Is literally the first Sandbox when I was like, oh man, who do I raid? Do I raid this guy or do I raid Switch Runner? And I was like, you know what? I'm gonna raid Switch Runner. I'm like, yeah, let's do it. I believe. And then it's really funny. I'm actually glad I raided you specifically because the other guy was the person you ended up raiding. And they like, hella were raging at Super Mario 64. And I'm like, oh, that sucks. I'm glad I didn't raid him. If I'm being honest. Because I've been like, oh no. I can only withstand a certain level of rage before I just like actually personally get a little uncomfortable. Oh wait, no, it's because I'm supposed to do a wall jump to a wall jump. Whatever, it's fine. It was still cool. But yeah, no. We can all blame Volantis for me deciding to do Sandbox stuff, by the way. If anybody wants to know who to blame for why I got into Sandbox, you can blame Volantis. 100% blame Volantis. Like the other guy's anger, yeah, just in general, I don't really like too much raging. I just like actually just get uncomfortable. Like I can take a certain degree of raging. Like I feel like my raging honestly isn't too bad. And if I feel like it is gonna get really bad, I just shut the mic off. And I'm just like, nah. I don't mind profanity as long as it's not dangerous. Right, yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. That is a great way to describe it. That is a great way to describe that. Oh. Oh, I wanted to do hoverless strats, but I absolutely goofed it up. That's too bad. It would have been fun to do a hoverless strat. I pushed forward way too early. Oh, that's right. I can't do that. Ah. Stop. Turn. Oh, no, dude. Mario, please. I don't know why the hitboxes on those little platforms are like that. Nice. Alright, then I guess we're hitting the coin backwards. Cool. I guess we're hitting the coin backwards! Oh my gosh. I literally don't remember how to do these coins normally anymore. Thank you, Hoverless. Thank you, Hoverless. I missed the split. Forgot the Nightbot commands for a sec? Yo, that's fair. I can't blame you at all for that. Nightbot's funny. You know what I need to do? I need to not hold forward out of the cutscene, because nothing's going to change if I do that. Mario won't move forward if I hold forward. I have to, like... That's... You know what? That was funny. Oh. No triple jump? Big sad. This is a great time to get hydrated, I think.
Mario.
Ha! Excuse me, sir. Are you going back to slumber? I think not. Let me just brush your teeth really quick. Oh, no. Oh, I forgot I was in Y-Cam for a second there. So I really goofed that one. Get off of Y-Cam. Why do I keep forgetting to get off of Y-Cam? Give me those coins. Gosh, my HP is so low. Aye. Thank you. Sorry, Carnage. I'll read your comment in a second. I'm just like real focused. my cam. There we go. Yo, Rockard! If he doesn't want to brush his teeth, wouldn't this be considered assault or not because it's an animal? Good question. Good question. Yo, what up, Switch? Everybody, welcome Switch Runner into the VC. Like a champ. How am I doing today, Rockard? I'm doing pretty good. Honestly, not gonna lie, I'm doing pretty good. Had a pretty good day today. Had some commentary over on the Cool Cat Gang channel where, oh man, it was such a fun blast. It was a blast to commentate that race. So much wild stuff happening. God dang it, I forgot to split again. Oh, and then I did some art. And then I after that, I put my laundry away. And then I did some art. I have a Secret Santa to give to somebody. And one of the things they wanted was art. So I was like, yo, you know what? I'm gonna do it. Instead of just like buying a gift card, I want to do some art. Because like my art is okay. If I sit down though and I have like 2 hours or more, I can do, you know, like some more art things. And it actually looks really good. And as long as I don't get raided by Spunky, and I say that for a very specific reason. It's not because it's Spunky, but it's somebody from Spunky's server who might be in Spunky's stream right now. So you just got to make sure. Now, I know it's technically faster to be doing jump dives, but I'm already like behind, so I'm just kind of panicking. And I'm hoping that doing those hover... Oh my god, get out of the water, you dingus. Okay, but anyway. But yeah, if Spunky doesn't raid me, I will show the art that I'm working on. I'm doing it based off of a specific style of a fun little artist I know. Their style is just like, it's really cute and adorable. So I'm trying to base this drawing off of their style, and I think it looks pretty good. Do you have a fan page where we can appreciate the art? So, I don't really draw too much art, unfortunately, because I just, like, never have the time for it. But I do, in fact, have, like, I'll post photographs, because I also do photographs. I'll post photographs on a site. But also sometimes I'll throw it in the sub chat in my Discord if I'm like feeling it. Like not for any particular reason, because like I'm very proud of the photos, and it's not like I'm purposefully trying to just be like, oh, paywall. But at the same time, like they're really nice photos, and like, you know, when you post stuff like that to Discord, you know, anybody can download them as long as they're in your Discord. So it's like, I want people to be able to, you know. You know what I mean? Like, it's like it's a little treat. Nerd Assassin, hello, how you doing, my guy? Hope you're doing well. Oh. Well, no fast, fun things for me. Boo. I mean, yes, that looked fast, but trust me, there's a faster cycle there. Why did that take so long for him to hit on the wall? What was that? Yo, glad to hear you're doing pretty good, nerd. Did you have a stream today by chance? Or do you have like a nice chill day? Not that streams aren't chill, but you know. I like buffered that jump really hard. I was like, there's no chance that I'm actually making that, so I'm just gonna push A, like, right before I hit it. Just in case. And I'm very glad I did. Because that was super sketchy. Gunko. That was a mistake, and I'm glad I lived. Just finished playing Borderlands? Yo. Hope that was good. Was fun, got many legendaries. Epic! Nice! That's pretty cool. Alright, we got Noki 7, we got Bowser, and then Switch is gonna start SMO. And then we will raid Switch and send you all that direction. Oh, apparently my dog like fell asleep on the couch, which I think she, you know, she doesn't really do that. So that's hella cute. I don't know what I was trying to do with that. Oh, he landed right on me. I was trying to avoid that. Oh, nah, dude. No way. I wish this Shadow Mario was much easier to do the fast strat on. 'Cause he's not. Ah! I'm gonna fall, guys. No. Alright, well, this is officially the longest Shadow Mario I've had to do on this specific. God, that sucks. Die! Mario's okay today. Mario's okay today. This guy is being an absolute brat. Bruh, you have like 1 HP? Wow! Can't believe it. I was literally trying to avoid that as the hardest that I could. God. Good gravy. Good gravy. Is this my worst SMS run ever? No. By the way, no, it's not. It's not. But it does suck. I did almost die. I did almost die. But yes, to be clear, no, this is not my worst Super Mario Sunshine run ever. That was so long ago. That was so long ago. Alright, so Shicely, if you're still there, the one thing that you are going to have to keep details with is that Switch will not be using microphone. So you will need to pay very close attention to some form of chat. You need some sleep, says work will come way too early tomorrow. I feel that, Jorda. I feel that. Okay, I actually wasn't sure. Oh my god, if I had put this fire out, so glad that worked out. Bruh, just give me some spin jumpies. Come on. Thank you. Good luck, have fun, whatever emote you'd like for a secret art project. So, do you want an emote or do you want a Giphy? Do you want a little waggy boy? Because the waggy boy is a little waggy boy. It's not really an emote. Please stop. Thank you. Thank you. Oh god. Don't you dare. I hate this boat so much. I don't hate this boat. I don't hate you know, I literally, like, I genuinely do not hate things. There are very, very few things that I, like, actually hate. That's why I'm always correcting myself when I say something like, oh gosh, I hate this. And then I'm like, actually, no, I don't. Because I don't, you know? That was bad. You don't hate the boat, but you hate the boat? Yeah. I know you know what it'd be. I'll send you the little waggy boy. I like the little waggy boy.
I think no.
I like how he just kind of peeks out from behind the splits. It's fun.
Don't you ever give up?
Mario! How dare you disturb my family vacation?
Like, the boat certainly causes much pain, but like, I don't hate it. Ah, of course. Well, haven't been burned by Bowser in a while, so there's that, I guess. Nice. Okay. That's cool. Bowser is so slow. What is he doing over there? This fire is nowhere near me. Holy crap. I fell into the goop. I think that's the first time I fell into the goop. Switch, get ready. Get ready, switch. Get ready, switch. Get ready, switch. Get ready, switch. Nope, don't go, don't go, don't go. He goofed. He goofed. He goofed. He goofed. All right, switch, go, 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 go. Go, switch, go. Go, switch, go. Yeah. All right, cool. So that's the end of our run. It was something. I didn't hit pause. I just hit next. I'm sorry. But we'll figure it out. We'll figure it out, but it's time. We're going to go. We're going to finish. We're going to complete. We're going to continue. We're going to continue our sandboxing here. Switch Runner is taking on leg 2 of our sandbox. He will be playing through Super Mario Odyssey, which is a fantastic speed game. I very much enjoyed it. It's also a really good casual game. Big recommend for anybody. But yeah, shorter stream than usual because that's just kind of how it is. But you know, that's okay. I'm busy. Work is busy. But it's always nice to see everybody and all that jazz. Good luck to Switch. Let's get this heckin' thing going.